Hello, 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 hello. Gonna just pause that music there and say hello and hope that everyone can hear me well enough. Gonna just share now the link and post it into the comments for anybody that wishes to join in the live studio, they call it here in StreamYard. And if you're in the live studio, then you could be put up on screen if you wish. Usually it doesn't happen. And today we're going to be doing a meditation practice, which this will be recorded and hopefully can be used by you or anybody that needs it in the future as a recording, as a recorded meditation video. I'm going to be using some instruments that I like to use when I'm doing some meditations. You probably hear them all moving around me here. So this is a snapping turtle rattle. The camera will focus in on that there. And this is from a First Nations store on Manitoulin Island on Northern Ontario. I have a Peruvian rattle, which looks like that. And I have a little hummingbird on this one, which I like. And it's going to try and find my eyes. So I have to block my eyes. And there's this nice, this design is a representation of a visual. It would be very colorful if you could see this in your vision, but this is a vision of energy moving in kind of the dream space. And that's a hummingbird that represents colors and visions and also the sweetness of life. And I have a koshi chime. Koshi, you can see on the side there, it just says koshi, and koshi is I guess a brand, if you will. And I colored it in green and added the word earth so I could know which one of the four I have. It's a very cool little chime that has these little bars on the inside and a glass bead, and the glass bead hits those bars. There's the glass bead and makes this really great sound. And I'm also going to make sure that my microphone is super focused at myself here. Okay. So there's koshi chimes. Let me know how they sound, if you can hear them. This is going through $1,000 microphone through a multi-$100 system. So hopefully you can hear it perfectly. I don't have any way of knowing if it's too loud for you. So feel free to send a message if the sound sounds good. I have some tingshas here from India, which I got through the traveling David Hickey. There they are, some nice designs on them. And here's what they sound like. Well, there's some designs on the bottom, which I actually don't know what these mean. This is all I'm gonna find out about all of this in the playback because I don't really know how it sounds to you. And I got some Peruvian bells. This is a matched set. So this is the higher one. That's the lower one. And the microphone is right here, just off camera. So when I go like this, it should be recording quite nicely. So what we're going to do today is we're going to aim to do a guided meditation. These days, now that it's summer, a lot of people actually watch this stream in replay. So I'm doing this from a perspective of a recording that I know that people will watch in replay. And so there's might not be a lot of live commenting going on this week, but I am here. I'm going to go onto Facebook just to make sure, in case anybody is commenting there, in case I can't see it. Letting that come up. Bear with me just 1 second, and then we'll get started. So I can have these side by side. Watch live, I said. All right, well, there it is. Okay, so hopefully if some comments come through there, I'll be able to see them, and that way I don't miss anybody's feedback. Okay. All right. So the aim today is to actually connect into a field of consciousness. Now, normally this weekly, I think today's week 32. So normally this weekly live stream has the intention. My intention is to give live coaching. Hey, Brett. Aha, good thing I have that open on my side screen here so I can see you. How you doing? New comment. Let's get that up. How you doing, Brett? Good to see you. So what we're going to do today is, so normally weekly, what I do is I give free coaching lessons. It's not just tips. It's actually a full hour of me taking a topic that I normally teach to my clients, and for free, I'm giving that lesson in full detail. And if you were to go through all like 32 of the last 1 hour sessions and listen to them all, you'd have quite a good base for being able to be self-empowered, which is the basis of what I do, is about self-empowerment and connecting into your inner abilities. But our inner abilities sometimes are to be used for connecting to resources outside of us, because we can't do any of this alone. So this is a little bit more of what today is about. Now, the thing is that usually I try to stick to science, psychology, quantum physics, neurobiology, neurochemistry, and I try to keep it all to a scientific perspective. So today is going to be crossing that line a little bit into what would probably be considered quantum physics, I guess, would be most accurate. And to a lot of people, they would actually consider this spirituality, but I actually consider it physical. I consider it part of our physical world, that we have a collective consciousness. And they're proving that they can take a plant and cut it in half, or cut it in half and take that plant to two different places on Earth, and whatever they do to one plant, the other plant will have a reaction to it on like these seismograph things and whatever you call them, the lie detectors, whatever those are called. And so they're trying to figure out what is the mechanic for information being transferred through thought, let's say. So some people have postulated that there is I've heard one theory that there's the magnetosphere, or there's a magnetic field around the Earth, and that's where our thoughts actually can go and be held around the Earth. And so there's this magnetic field that can be accessed by anybody on Earth, and that would be where our collective consciousness of thoughts get held. There are other people that go into things that are harder to prove, like what do you call it? Those Akashic records and these kind of like the wisdom keeper storage units of all of the knowledge in the universe. But what we're going to do today is we're going to make use of the concept of our brains being electrical fields and our hearts being magnetic field generators and receivers. And we're also going to be tapping into our sense of conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. And superconscious starts to move into the realm of connected conscious and collective consciousness. So within this one practice that we're about to do in this guided meditation, we are both connecting to something that is far outside of us and simultaneously into our deepest subconscious mind. So if we decide that we are suddenly in the flow, that suddenly things are flowing perfectly, alignments are happening, the phone's ringing, abundance is just flowing through us. If we just simply decide this, to kind of, it happens both internally and externally. Internally, our mind, if we really dedicate ourselves to the deep belief, conscious, or let's say thought, and the emotional connection to feeling abundant and feeling receptive, and so we have thought, belief, and the energy of feeling receptive, feeling welcoming, feeling like we're open to something coming in, where we're increasing to the highest chance that this meditation will work. Okay. And whatever it is that we set our mind to, whatever intention that we have, we're increasing your chances of that intention coming true. At our subconscious level, we have 90% negative thoughts. There's 90% of our negative thoughts are basically being watchful for things that are happening that are going to suddenly go sideways on us, or a rug get pulled out from under us. And we have to be aware that we are predominantly negative thinking subconsciously from an evolutionary protective place. That's usually where our blockages are to actually receiving help, or receiving abundance, or receiving gifts, or receiving support in whatever way, or receiving inspiration, creativity. Our blockages come from an internal place. And so this practice is going to work with the subconscious belief. That's the internal part, but it's also going to work with the external belief that all things are connected, and that as above, so below. It's considered one of the 7 Hermetic principles, and I think it's the law of correspondence, it's called. So how we feel in our subconscious mind is going to reflect out into the world, and so people will start treating us differently if we change our mindset. Opportunities will show up if we're thinking that they're going to show up, and we literally won't even see opportunities if we're thinking that they don't exist. So this is all very important, to come from a place of understanding that our subconscious belief is already going to dictate whether or not this is even possible at all. So let's start from a place right now of understanding that this is possible, that this is both spiritual and also science through the quantum realities. And I think this is something that's really starting to show up more and more in movies when we're talking about. So there's a movie out called Everything Everywhere All at Once, dealing with multiple realities, multiple dimensions. It's part of quantum physics to think about multiple dimensions and realities. It's a very major part of all of the Marvel movies right now. And what I'm going to say to that is, whether or not you know it to be true or believe it to be true, whatever the case may be, and it's being thrown around both spiritual fields as well as the science fields. What if there is a version of you out there? Because I guarantee there's a version of you in there, but what if there's a version of you out there in the universe that is wildly abundant? Super rich, super smart, super successful, super capable, super whatever you want to call it. Okay, whatever your version of abundance is. What if there is a version of you in a slightly out of phase reality that's making different thoughts than you? So every time you come to a choice point where it's like, I am abundant, I don't know if I'm abundant, I'm definitely not abundant. There's 3 right there. There's a split. Whichever one you decide and stay firm on, that's going to become your current reality and your current awareness. So I don't know if I'm abundant. You're going to have some days where you're on, some days where you're off, some days where you feel like money's falling out of the sky, and some days where it feels like everybody's stealing from you. Okay, that's if you choose that middle path. But the other 2 choices still exist in the universe. And there is a belief that some part of you that actually goes on to choose, I'm definitely abundant and it's flowing for me, that splits into a slightly different reality and continues to live on. And then the opposite, where you're not abundant, splits into its own reality and it continues to move on. So, hey, Jennifer, thanks for you're on your motorcycle in rainstorms in Ohio, says Jen. But that's amazing. Are you actually on your motorcycle listening to this? That's pretty dedicated. I appreciate that very much. So what if you currently are, let's say, in the middle one? I don't know if I'm abundant. Some days I feel like I am. Sometimes I feel like I don't. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it isn't. What if you could, through this meditation that we're about to do, connect over to the version of you that very clearly knows that you are abundant, that sees all of the ways. Hey, Georgia, thanks for saying hi. what if there's a version of you that is in perfect health? What if there's a version of you that made completely different choices than the current one that you're experiencing now has made? Can you connect? Can we, as a whole, and they're exploring science around this. This is literally showing up in movies right now. In the Marvel Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness talks about this. The Everything Everywhere All at Once movie that's out right now in theaters, it talks about this, and it's revolving around the concept that if there is a part of you that is out in the universe that has made a decision to the positive, to the wildly positive, wildly abundant outcome that you are not experiencing here, can you from here connect into that part that is you in a slightly different reality, a slightly different phase of being? And can you actually pull that awareness, ability, knowledge into your current reality? In the same way that we go and speak to, if I want to make $1 million and I haven't before, I would go speak to a millionaire and they might give me tips because they've already gone there. In the same way that we look to speak to people that have gone ahead and have found success, what if there's a version of us that has gone ahead and found success, and simply because of a choice point that we didn't make? Can we refer to our own superconscious and even the superconscious above us, above that, and bring answers, bring healing, bring alignment down into this current reality and receive them from our own selves in slightly different realities? This is what we're going to do today as a guided meditation. And that's pretty much the groundwork. Even if you don't believe that that's possible, if you go through this meditation and really commit to the belief that what I'm saying is true, at least from the perspective of hypnotherapy methodologies, if going through this meditation, you can bring into your subconscious mind that you really are abundant and guided, that you really do make perfect decisions that lead to amazing outcomes. If you start to believe that right now, at least from the psychotherapeutic and psychosomatic science, you will start to actually feel and act differently, which will lead to you making different decisions, which will lead to you being more abundant. So whether it's coming from the inside out or the outside in, the end result can still be the same. But the major importance here is that you must invite, you must welcome the idea that you are far smarter, far more connected, and far more abundant than you are right now. There is a version of you that is. And this must be rooted in that understanding and belief. Otherwise, you're just going to turn it off, just like you're doing right now. Okay? You'll continue on the same middle road path of maybe. How about just for the next 20 or 30 minutes, which is how long this will be, you commit. What if you just commit to saying, I don't want what I have now. I want the best that I can have. I want the absolute most abundant, most healthy, most connected, most aligned version of my current self, and better than my current self. The self that I would have had if I had made those different choices. I want to call that in now. And that's what we're going to attempt to do. Some of what I'm about to do is going to be just free flow, and I'm going to make it up as I go, and some of it's structured, but I'm just going to go with it and see what I feel guided to do. I actually listened to a live stream of something similar to this with a person that is a coach, and she's leading a program, and she guided a 20-minute meditation around this, connecting into a collective abundance, a collective consciousness of abundance, which is even above our own higher alignment. and she had people just envisioning pulling in abundance. And I got to say, like, definitely, hey, Jennifer, that's amazing that you're here, and in perfect alignment for somebody like you to be here for this too, for what we're about to do in the next 2 minutes. So I tried it. I really just, I mean, I know the science and I know the spirituality of it. So it was pretty easy for me to sit and just totally open up to it. I've done work, with, I've listened to work from Deepak Chopra and studied from other experts. It's a weird word, but other people that have gone before me and found success. And I've tried this, and it does work. What it really comes down to is consistency, because you can do this right now, have an amazing 24 hours or 48 hours, and slowly slip back. And you can skip over to the path of full abundance and slowly start to come back to the path of like wishy-washy, and if you're really not careful, you'll slip into a path of negative thoughts, which will block your abundance. So this is going to be recorded so that you can come back, skip forward in the video until I get to the point where I actually edit all of this preamble out, but skip to the part in the video and actually listen to this every day and do this as a daily practice. And you will immediately have the spiritual and energetic access just in doing it, even live right now. But you'll have to, at least for 21 days, work on reprogramming the subconscious mind to believe it. Because even though you have immediate access to this success right now, your subconscious mind will sabotage it. It will try to stop it and block it so that it keeps status quo. Our brains love predictability, even if what is predictable is harmful. We will take what is harmful and predictable over something that could be awesome, but we're not sure. There's a fear, there's a lack of trust. So build trust through practice. I hope that's all clear. And for everybody that missed out on my little tour, this is what I'm going to be using. Koshi chime. Let me know how that sounds. Just write some comments on if that sounds nice to you. Good. Let me know. This is a snapping turtle paw. This is First Nations made from Manitoulin Island. This rattle I'll use for clearing, scraping away and wiping away energy that's blocking you. Pretty sharp there. Wow. Whoop, gotta block my eyes. Okay. Peruvian rattle. This is the lower pitch. This is the higher pitch. And this is my hummingbird rattle with this is energy visions of, this is a visual representation of the energy that we're going to be experiencing. From Peru. Also from Peru, it actually says Peru right on it. There are my bells, one high and one low. And I use these bells I use for calling. I feel like there's an energy of calling something in. This for me is an energy of journeying. Okay. This is an energy of clearing, sweeping away. This is for centering into the present moment. And lastly, the tingshas from India. There it is. Are for it's also like centering, but it's more for creating a poignant spot. So this is kind of a hypnotherapeutic technique to say that what we're doing is awesome. That everything that you believe to be true will become true. That you are in the exact right place at the exact right time. That's how those work. Okay. And I'll probably use them also as a start and a stop sound. Everybody ready? So what we're going to do, just because people are coming and going, is we're gonna do a guided meditation today, and that's what today's live is going to be, is a guided meditation to connect into collective consciousness, your superconscious, and connect into the most abundant version of yourself. And that abundance can be an abundance of health, finances, friends, love, freedom, whatever that abundance looks like to you. We're gonna connect into that now. Okay. Yeah, Hummingbird Georgia says, there it is. This is for color. This is for sweetness and color along the journey. That's why that's on there. Doesn't change the sound of the rattle, but it works in the dream space. Jennifer doesn't like the turtle claw, as in you don't like the sound of the turtle claw or the feeling of it. Jennifer. It's probably traditionally, it sounds like it's filled with traditional corn. Okay. Keep in mind that this is for clearing away disturbances. So, yeah, the sound. So part of the purpose of this sound is actually, believe it or not, to be irritating. If while this is happening, something inside of you feels irritated, give it to the rattle. It's intentionally aggravating and sharp, and it's meant to actually stir something up inside of you so that it can swipe it away and pull it away. So if something comes up that is a reaction during the turtle, that's amazing. That means it's doing exactly its job, and it's to clean and swipe. So this will only be during that phase of the meditation of clearing blockages. Okay, ready to rock? Thumbs up. Somebody say yeah. Somebody say yeah. Type me a yes, and we'll get going. Okay, now at least I know that you can hear it, so that's good. All right, get myself set up here. I don't think I need this for now. We'll put it there. It won't be that long. What Jennifer says, it's irritating, but trust the process. I think usually the clearing portion of this whole journey is usually only like 2 or 3 minutes out of like 20 or 30. So yeah, bear with it. But definitely whatever is irritating, actually make the choice to send it out of your body and ask for something to carry it away out of your space. Okay. And then compare how you feel now to how you feel after to see if that actually lightens something up or made you feel more clear. I think Georgia is the only one here that's actually done this live with me in a private session. Okay, nobody typed yes. So yes, ready to go? Make sense? Any questions? Yes. Yes. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Because I gotta like zone out and not pay attention to all of this and just kind of sit and meditate and see what comes, right? Okay. Got some bells. Got some tinctures. All right. Rock and roll. Okay, I call this abundance manifestation meditation to begin. Take a deep breath. Connect into your chair, into your space. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of how your body feels right now. Releasing all judgment of where you are, releasing judgment of how you feel. And just let that go. Become aware of the sounds around you and acknowledge them, understanding that they're there, and simply trust that every sound will appear perfectly in alignment to bring you deeper and deeper into relaxation. Become aware now of any tensions, tightness, pain, aggravation in your body. And take a deep breath and invite those to leave if they're ready to do so right now. And take a relaxing breath. Relaxing deeper and deeper, letting your tensions go. Adjust your body as needed. Stretch, bend, adjust. Become more and more comfortable, relaxing deeper and deeper right now. Allow yourself to become aware of any movements or sounds around you. Acknowledge that they are there and understand that every movement is happening in perfect alignment to show you exactly what you need to know. That all of the information coming into every one of your senses is helping to show you how to let go of blockages and how to open and welcome abundance. I invite you now to give yourself permission to allow into your space your greatest good. Invite in and welcome the best possible version of yourself. And when it arrives, say yes. Welcome. I give myself permission to connect to my highest wisdom, to my greatest good, to my most connected, abundant self. Now. Allow yourself to feel the lightness that brings, the openness that is requesting of your heart. and your mind to be welcoming to the best version of yourself, because it wishes to connect you to the greater sense of abundance that is the source of all abundance. Which feeds the source of all things. So you know to ask for only the greatest good, the most helpful and most aligned version of yourself to be here now. Because now you can relax and trust that the source of all abundance wishes to give you everything that you ask for. For it is all within you to ask and receive what is best for you. So allow it to come in all of the ways that they need to come. Whether you can predict it or it's a surprise, you will know that it is coming because you have asked and are welcoming your greatest good, your highest self, and your most aligned connection to the infinite intelligence of infinite abundance. So it opens for you to bring you everything that you need to feel completely abundant. And you like that. You like that knowing that everything you ask for will come to you. And so you are very aware of how to word what you are asking for, so it is most aligned with your greatest good, with your most wise and knowledgeable self, so that you can relax and trust that you are in your best hands. And that brings you so much peace that you can surrender to the perfect wisdom of your highest and most connected self, because it wishes to bring you the greatest good. And you say yes. you feel a light in your heart begin to grow and expand, because this light is being fed by infinite intelligence for your greatest good. And this light fills your heart as it expands bigger and bigger, surrounding your body, growing bigger and bigger, becoming more and more dense with light as you continue to say yes to the flow of energy flowing into your heart. This flow of energy is the flow of abundance. And it makes you feel so good to know that you are so connected. And so you welcome more and more, calling in more and more abundance. As your heart fills more and more, you breathe, relaxing so deeply into the beauty of this warmth in your heart. It's so peaceful and bright. It's warm and loving. And you love how it feels. Your heart fills with gratitude and joy because you're so peaceful knowing that this is freely being given to you. It is given to you without shame and without guilt. You have already earned it. It's yours. It's all yours. And so you say yes as you welcome in this beautiful energy of abundance right now. Allow yourself to feel the energy from your heart expand up to the crown of your head through a central line up, and allow for that energy from the top of your head to open and blossom like a lotus flower. Allow that energy from the center of your heart moving up through the top of your head to continue up, 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 farther and farther, as far as you can possibly imagine, and more, as it connects in to infinite intelligence. And welcome, invite, say yes to that energy to come back down that channel into your crown, down your body, into your heart, and down past your heart, through the roots of your feet, down into the roots of the earth, and down farther and farther, right to the center of the earth, feeling connected, protected, cared for, loved, feeling grounded and rooted and present right to the core of the earth, where you can feel the heartbeat of the earth. And allow for that energy and welcome, invite the energy of the center of the earth to come back up through your feet, into your heart, where you can feel the solidity and comfort, the relaxation of the earth beneath you, holding you so safe. And you can continue to feel the connection from your heart up to infinite intelligence, connecting you to the abundance that is yours, all yours. And it's infinite. And that makes you feel good that it's so infinite. So you can receive anything that you ask for your highest good. Allow yourself now to become aware with all of this connection, with all of this support and energy flowing into you. Allow yourself now to become aware of what you need to let go. Allow for any irritation, any doubt to surface from within you. Acknowledge it and invite it to be swept away and to go. Allow yourself to feel the flow of energy come to replace all that was being cleared away. Take a deep breath and allow for the connection that you've made to fill and fill and fill all of the spaces and all of the gaps that you've created by letting go. Feel the space that you've created by letting go. Feel the spaciousness, the openness, and ask for that to be filled with abundance right now. Take a deep breath and say yes. Oh, that's funny. It still worked. Take a deep breath and invite into the space that was created by the cleanse. Take a deep breath and invite in all of the new abundance. Put your hands on your heart. Feel the warmth of the light and the spaciousness created in your body and in your mind, in your energy field. And welcome in trust that everything has happened perfectly. Trust your highest self. Trust your most deepest subconscious self to know exactly what needed to happen. And so it created the most magical experience here to allow for the most important clearings and cleansings as was appropriate today. And fill into that space with gratitude, with joy, everything that you're asking for. Feel the light radiating. See a white light with golden sparkles coming down into your head, to your crown, down your spine, into your heart, and continuing down your spine, through your hips and belly and organs, down through your legs, and surrounding your feet and down your feet, this golden white light as it continues down into the earth. Washing away every blockage as it is composted and recycled by the earth. And then call that fresh energy back up, feeling a grounded, physical, vital thriving life force come back up into your feet, into your root, pelvis, belly and organs, back up into your heart, your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists and fingers, and as it flows up your neck, feeling relaxed and fluid to your ears and mouth, nose and eyes, and filling your head, this vital life force expanding out. Like the best creative vision, like a dream coming true. And hold a moment of gratitude for this perfect alignment. And connect in to your body and feel the difference within you. Trust that at the highest level and at the deepest subconscious level, you have received exactly what you asked for. And say thank you. And for all that was cleared away, released, cleansed, transmuted, we say thank you. And for all that is given to us, we understand that it flows through us. And for that flow, we say thank you. And for the knowledge that the abundance that flows through us that we share with others is so infinite, we are filled as it flows through us, filling others. And for that, we say, I like it. Thank you. Give yourself permission now to accept this abundance. I accept this abundance, and I will share it. I accept this abundance with the knowledge that I am far bigger than I know. I release my sense of being too small for this abundance. I accept that I am big enough to receive and enjoy all of my abundance. And I release any and all barriers to my infinite abundance. And I call in and welcome now all guidance, connections, wisdom, support to staying on my path of receiving abundance and knowing that I am big enough to hold it all and share it. Take a breath now and connect with your body, feeling the results of this meditation. Feel how exciting it is to have a new and renewed connection to your abundance. See how the visions and dreams and creativity will come to you, and trust that you will know the exact right thing to do at the exact right time. Feel into the lightness and brightness of your heart and your mind and your body, and trust that your body will reject what is not for your greatest good. With gratitude. Feel the connection that you've made. And let yourself feel how nice that is. How much you enjoy that and want more of it. And let that be what you think about most of the time. How wonderful. Everything is flowing perfectly to you. And calling this abundance meditation to close. I invite you to listen to this portion of this video once a day for 21 days. But allow yourself to accept all of the abundance that's going to come to you starting right now because you've done this practice. And there is a difference between listening to the video and doing the practice. So I invite you to do this practice every day. And you might start to hear your own words and your own version of this come if you keep listening to my version of it. And that's good. Keep adding your own version into it, and maybe even make your own version of this practice. I've seen some comments here talking about poor connection, and as soon as the turtle claw started, it lost connection and then came back on. And when I stopped at the turtle claw, then everyone's like, oh, it's back on now. So while during the portion where I was rattling my rattles quickly and breathing and pulling away blockages, it totally distorted the video. And I hope that that just goes to show the power of this practice, that I was genuinely doing it and not just speaking it. And it's powerful enough to take down electrical fields and distortions. And so while I understand that if somebody goes and listens to this as a replay, there's probably going to be a chunk of video. I'll have to watch this myself afterwards, and maybe I'll edit it and try and put up a version of this. Who knows? We'll see. We'll flow with it. Any comments? Because we're going to bring this to a close. Any feedback? Any sharing? Floor is open. If anybody has anything they wish to say, do you feel any different? What did you like or didn't like? Oh, thanks, James. It's amazing how many of these comments are coming not on the screen here as they usually are. So I'm really happy I can see all of you. So grateful. Thank you. Chills right now. I love those synchronicities. Just tuned in 2 minutes ago, but I feel the energy. Good thing there's a replay, eh, James? Hopefully you can watch it. And today, there's going to be like about, when you watch the replay, there's about a half hour of me just describing it, and then there's like an actual like half hour guided meditation that, James, you can play every day and try and do as a daily practice until you develop your own version of it. And we'll see how that benefits you. This is a great daily practice to do for 21 days to help with the subconscious habits, to help rewire them, because we do have neural pathways around doubting this, and those will get rewired with time. That's not something that you're not going to rewire your brain in one day, but you can start to feel the energies immediately, and then your thoughts will then follow, and those can change within a few days. And then your physical brain and your physical body, they take at least 21 days to actually physically start to change. Because if you're calling in an abundance of health, that could take like 1 to 6 months to actually fully manifest. If you're calling in synchronicities, I mean, that's going to happen right now. So depending on the level of subtle energy of what you're manifesting, you'll notice it either instantly or up to a certain number of months, which is why you have to keep doing it as a daily practice. So grateful to be with people. COVID has been lonely. Well, we're here every week, Jen. You come on back. Happy to have you. And how soothing that today we did something that was more of an energy practice, because normally every week it's more talk. And how soothing that you're here, Jen. I'm saying Jen because we have a Jennifer. We have multiple Jennifers. Well, thank you. I'm glad that was good for you. And I am very happy that you all came, and it's so wonderful to see your faces, which I can only because some of you have put them into your little icons. And yes, this one was a bit different, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I was inspired to do it because I listened to someone else's live stream who did this, and I sat there for the 20 minutes and received something like this, and I noticed immediately that there were synchronicities, and abundance started flowing in like literally within like an hour of doing it. So I thought it was powerful, and it reminded me about how easily we can do this. So hopefully this serves you well. Okay, I guess we're gonna tune out and say goodnight. I see a bunch of 4s on my screen. 4 people watching right now at 7:44. I love that kind of thing. All right. Cheers. Good night. Much love to you all. Thank you so much. And I'll go back and listen to the replay and see the chunk that cut out to see how synchronistic that was when the good old turtle rattle came out and clawed my connection away. All right. Have a good night. Thank you. Thanks, Georgia. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Great meditation. I'm glad. Try it out every day. It makes a difference over time. You're very welcome. Thank you. All right. Have a great night.